Previously, we played the first 10 games of our League 1 season. We got off to a really good start, losing just one game in the league and beating Sheffield United in the Cup. But guess what? I've actually played another 10 games since the end of last episode, and I'm going to show you the highlights of them right now. So let's get started. So, like I said, we're now actually in the end of October. We left you in the middle of September, so let's start off with the first game, which was against Bolton. They got off to a decent start. I mean, after just a few minutes, we were pressing them all the way back to their goalkeeper. We'd win the ball in midfield. Alex Mighton would unleash a power shot. He saved straight up in the air, but thankfully for Bolton, collected by Trafford. Just before half-time, we'd have our only other real chance of the match. Alex Mighton would play through Garrity really well. He's through one-on-one. Surely he can't miss. Yeah, he absolutely did miss. That game actually ended 0-0, much to Jesse Marsh's disappointment. After Bolton came to us, we were next going to Morecambe. Diamond had our best chance after 30 minutes. Somehow it ricocheted into the midfield and Garrity would score. That was the only shot we actually had on target in the whole game. Somehow we won 1-0 and our good streak continued. Next up was a trip to Accrington, so staying up north. Really good volley there from Cook after Sanders floated a perfect ball onto his right boot. That was his second of the game, and with a brace, Wood was proving that maybe we weren't missing Planch, who was still out injured for at least another month. 3 points heading back to Lincolnshire, and our form was absolutely amazing, still just the one league loss. A game against Walsall didn't have too much, a penalty just before half an hour. We let Sunderland loanee Jack Diamond take the penalty to try and end his goal drought, which thankfully did pay off for us. Cool celebration there from Diamond, he deserved the goal. Next up with Cheltenham visiting Sincil Bank in Lincoln. A header from Sanders made it 1-0 after 72 minutes. We were really relying on our centre-back partnership of Poole and Monsma to keep all these goals out. You can see how low scoring we are as a team, but we are so solid at the back. We needed to be solid against Fleetwood as well, who were the next team to visit Sincil Bank. Hannon getting the ball in midfield and playing it through to Ayoma. Ayoma and Mighton linking up really well. His shot across goal was actually the best chance of the game. A 0-0 against one of the struggling teams was a bit disappointing, especially as the next game was against Plymouth Argyle. This was by far the biggest game of the season so far. It was actually first against second. Lincoln in second on 31 points and Plymouth in first on 32. So winner of this game, if there was a winner, would be going straight to the top of League 1 and probably being the favourites to get promoted altogether. First chance would come to Plymouth after 26 minutes. Header there, hitting the crossbar, but thankfully he was just offside anyway. Proved that Plymouth were more than just good passing football, they can do set pieces. They did get a one-on-one here, and the rebound somehow fell to right. Plymouth would go 1-0 up just before half-time, a really poor time to score, and honestly a really annoying goal to concede. With an hour gone, Hardy would get the ball, Hardy into right yet again, and this time Wayne would be the one kicking it into the side netting. So 2-0 down, Lincoln had a mountain to climb from here, but you know, they have had some good comebacks in the past. Mighton had the best chance of scoring for Lincoln in the game. After 90 minutes, that was the best he could do, a shot that would go wildly off target. So Lincoln would lose 2-0, no goal scorers, and would now be 4 points off first place in the table. Didn't have to wait too long though to have a chance of redemption. Already 1-0 up, Cook would then chest down and volley a ball into the back of the Milton Keynes Dons net, make it 2-0 and another brace for Cook. If Lincoln weren't going to win the league, then Cook was determined to at least be the top scorer, and he had a really good chance at it. So much so that he decided he was going to start taking penalties instead of Diamond. The next match against Port Vale, he would score from the spot after 22 minutes. Lincoln were grinding out the wins, they were staying on good form, and now you're fully up to date with the state of Lincoln City. Before we look at the next 4 massive games that are coming up for Lincoln City, we are actually second in the table at the minute. Of course, the top 2 automatically go up, and 3rd place to 6th place go up via the playoffs. Big news for Lincoln City going into the first match against Burton Albion though was the return of Luke Plange. We've really missed this guy after his great start to the season, but let's see how he gets on in this home match against Burton Albion. Good turn there from Erhanen, and he's found Mandrieu out on the wing. Can he play it through to Plange? Wow, ran the goalkeeper. Plange through one-on-one, cuts inside and straight into the net. What a return he's had to the squad. It's taken him just 21 minutes after his injury to score his first goal. A great ball through and a composed finish, just slotting it along the floor past the Burton Albion keeper. Good play here from Vernon, winning the ball high up the pitch. He's got Plange. Plange is going to be through one-on-one. Can he get his second of the game here? Oh, it's saved by the goalkeeper on this occasion, but it's going to rebound to Lincoln, is it? No, cleared by Burton. Oh, Burton attack here, and he's dived in. Is that Paulie O'Connor? He's gone to ground. He was the last man, but he's only got a yellow card. I'm surprised by that. I thought that would be a guaranteed red. Oh, McCann's beaten the defence. He's pulled it back to Cadney. Oh, it's a good save from Rushworth. He's been doing a lot of them this season. Ball's been recycled well, though, by Burton Albion. Helm passes to Smith, and another good save. Just before half-time, that's a good double save there from Rushworth. Shadipo chips it through, and it's Plange one-on-one again. He's already missed one, and he's missed another. Rebound comes to him, though, and it's saved again. Really, Plange should be on at least 2 goals. So it looks like it's going to be the last chance now for Burton Albion. They cross it. Oh, good header away there from the defenders. And that's how it's going to finish. 1-0 to Lincoln City with Plange's return, resulting in a goal. Second game now of this tough 4-game spell for Lincoln City. They're heading to London to play against Charlton Athletic. Of course, a former Premier League team. Hopefully they don't do a Premier League class performance in this game. Amro with the back heel to Payne. Payne to Bon. Oh, Bon hits the post on this chat. But that is just a warning shot from Charlton Athletic. Look at this pressing from Lincoln. Plange, he plays it through. Garrity's through one-on-one. Oh, he should be scoring that, but there's a good save from the Charlton Athletic goalkeeper. Diamond now running down the left. He's got Toffolo. Toffolo beats his man without even touching the ball. Good cross in. Plange with the header. He's got to score. He's through. He's in the 6-yard box. He really has to score that header. Mighton, he finds Garrity. Garrity to Toffolo. And that's another contender for worst shot of the season. Ioma, what a ball that is. Plange heads it into the ground, and it's 1-0 to Lincoln. The Imps are ahead at the Valley. Good header from Plange, even better cross, and Lincoln go 1-0 up. Great ball that from Virtue, and Plange is through one-on-one. Oh, he can't quite find the net on this occasion, but it was a good chance for the Imps. Bon, he turns his man. He's found a good pass in there to Payne, but he's dragged it wide as well. This game could easily be 2-2. Another chance for Charlton now. Blackett Taylor, he chips it up. Can Lincoln get it? No. Dobson now. Amro's got it. Hits it. Oh, it's a great save from Rushwood, just palming it wide. That was the last chance of the game, and Lincoln win 1-0. But there is more important things than the current state of the team, and that's the future of the team. So Jesse Marsh has a look at the youth academy. He decides to bring both Wallace, Arthur Wallace, signed from Notts County at 17, and the Kazmarek cousins into his first team. Full of potential, these 3 could be a big part of the future of Lincoln City. But there's not going to be a future unless they get promoted this season. And this game against Peterborough United is going to be a massive match. Alex Mighton now running from midfield. He's bounced off about 4 players and he's found Ioma. Cook's in the middle. Can he find him? He can. Oh, it's headed into the ground, but it's an amazing save there from Peterborough United. Now it's time for Peterborough to counter. So down the left, they've got Clark Harris in the middle. He slides in. He somehow gets it. Oh, it's a good chance for Peterborough, but even better goalkeeping from Rushworth. First chance of the second half, and it's Ward running down the side. Toffolo's out of position, and Clark Harris goes near post, volleys it past Rushworth. Nothing Lincoln could do there. Typical great counter-attacking from Peterborough United. Corner comes in now. Taylor with the corner. Overhead kick. Oh, it narrowly goes wide. Lincoln really could be 2 behind. Kahinde here. He's chipped it, and Fooch is there. 2-0 to Peterborough, and Lincoln City are going to lose this one 2-0. They did have their chances. Cook could have made it 1-0 early on, and maybe they'd have held it. But that's how it's going to end, with a massive game against Derby up next. It's all on Jesse Marsh to try and make sure they don't lose 2 in a row. Pride Park's looking good, the sun's shining down, and hopefully the Forest Loneys will upset their rivals, Derby County. Lincoln with the ball now early on. Garrity, he's chipped it towards Mighton. He chips up himself and volleys it into the side netting. He could have pulled it back, but he went for the shot himself, but unfortunately for Lincoln, it didn't come off this time. Toffolo finds Cook. Cook's through one-on-one. Oh no, the defender just gets a toe in before he can hit it. Great defending from Derby there. Cook being the playmaker now. Cook finds Diamond. Oh, he was finding the side net with his curling effort, but it's a great save from Derby. O'Connor's dived in, and this time he's not got away with it. The referee's given a penalty despite him probably playing the ball. Collins steps up and slots it straight past the goalkeeper. It's 1-0 to Derby, a playoff chasing rival. 77 minutes gone now, and it's Collins again. 2-0 to Derby. That's 2 losses in a row for Lincoln City. 2 2-0 losses. Lincoln will be hoping this isn't the start of some bad form. With just 6 games left before this transfer window opens in January, Lincoln City had a nice December, including a weird game on Christmas Day. but let's see how they got on, starting with this one against Bristol Rovers. Oh, good ball from Myton, he's found Plange. Can he score? Oh, it's saved by the Rovers goalkeeper. Plange steps up and scores 1-0, and that's how the game's going to end. Just the one Plange penalty puts Lincoln 1-0 up. Still 0-0 here between Ipswich and Lincoln after half an hour. Plange, he finds Diamond, cuts outside, he's going to hit it. Oh my god, he's curled it straight into the top corner, and it's going to finish 1-0 to Lincoln yet again. After winning the penalty, Plange steps up to take it. Oh, top corner, 1-0, Lincoln are ahead after just 12 minutes. Cheltenham, one of the worst teams in the league, and this could be a demolition if Lincoln are on form today. Corner comes in from Garrity. Oh, it's not won by Lincoln. Ball goes to the edge of the box though. Harnan back heels it. Shot from Virtue. Can Myton get there? No, it's going back to the goalkeeper. He's passed it straight to Plange. Oh, it's hit Garrity. And somehow Cheltenham survive. Ball comes in from Virtue. It's a bit of a mix-up. It's going to fall to Plange unmarked at the back post. And that's 2-0 to Lincoln. It's looking like that's how the game's going to finish. 2-0 and 3 points heading back up north. So with 27 games played, Lincoln are still fighting for that first place slot, with Plymouth Argyle and Sheffield Wednesday both on their case. With not much money to spend in the transfer window, we're going to advance the first week. We're going to play this game against West Ham, and then I'm going to need transfer suggestions from you guys. Maybe you'll have to involve some player swaps because we don't have a lot of budget, but that's exactly what your guys' knowledge of League One is going to help with. So let me know who you think we should sign in the comments below. But anyway, West Ham coming to Lincoln City, the biggest team to come to the Sincil Bank for quite a while since that extraordinary FA Cup run a few seasons ago. Danny Ings, the West Ham striker, of course, always a danger. A much better player than you'll find in League One, so hopefully Lincoln City can contain him on this occasion. But it is a very strong lineup from West Ham. You've got Paqueta, you've got Cornet, you've got Declan Rice playing. Let's see how we get on. Cornet plays it to Ings, Ings to Gaia. That's Paqueta pushing up, and Downs has absolutely nailed Harnan. Somehow only a yellow. That's a bit late, and it could have been a red after just 3 minutes. Corner for West Ham now. Bowen gets it in. Poole can't quite deal with it, but Ings' shot is blocked. Zuma back heels it. Ayoma gets there, but Ings somehow gets the rebound and finishes into the top corner. That's the difference between the Premier League and League One. So half-time coming up now. Paqueta, somehow Ings has controlled a ball with his chest that was coming from behind him, but Poole deals with it on this occasion. I think Regan Poole is the only player that can make that step up to the Championship, so Lincoln will be trying to keep hold of him as hard as they can in this transfer window. Wallace, the young player, now trying to feed through Toffolo. Toffolo somehow slides in. Can the cross make it to Cook? No, it can't. Well intercepted there by Kurt Zuma. Declan Rice bombing through the midfield. He's chipped it out to Cornet. Cornet cuts inside. Back to Rice. Rice to Paqueta. Oh, the slide tackle there just mistimed. And unfortunately, that's going to be a West Ham penalty. Ings steps up. They need to save this to stay in the game. He's gone down the middle. The goalkeeper's dived. And that's 2-0 to West Ham. You really imagine the match is basically over at this point. But you never know, I guess. Lincoln could get a goal. And then it's game on yet again. They're not giving up though. Harnan's found House. House to Sanders. He's turned Zuma one-on-one. Oh, it's a great save from Areola. That's probably a goal in League One. And the game is actually going to end 2-0. Lincoln had a few chances, probably more than you would have expected. But Lincoln are out of the cup, losing 2-0 to West Ham. Simon Kazmarek is going to leave the club on loan, and that's going to be the last action of today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see part 3 coming out very soon. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Cheers for watching, thanks, and goodbye.